Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Tuesday, August 12th, around 10 p.m. Mountain Time, 2025. Tropical Storm Erin is headed to the northern Leeward Islands, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico over the weekend. Could produce some impacts on those islands. However, the magnitude of those impacts is still not known, so we're keeping a close eye as Erin is developing into a major hurricane. Keep calm. It's boom time. 3 homes burned in the Lee Fire, 2 homes burned in the Elk Fire, burning in Colorado. We've got 5 major fires: the Lee, the Elk, the Croshoto Fire, the Turner Gulch Fire, and the Stoner Mesa Fire. All of them are burning with limited containment. The good news is that our local Oak Fire is now 47% contained, and they are happy to announce that after 70 hours after the event started, the mandatory evacuation will be lifted at noon tomorrow. That is Wednesday, August 13th. They will be sending Nixle alerts when areas open for reentry. You must be a resident and prove it in order to gain entry into these communities. So good news there. We've got 107 personnel, 60 vehicles on site. The current cost of the fire is $2 million. We had 31 retardant drops, and good news, not a single home was lost. The bad news is that we've got root structures underground still burning, and that's really what they're worried about. Quick look over at the fire and smoke map. You can see our neck of the woods is where most of the smoke that's choking us out in this entire region is occurring. We've also got Canadian wildfire smoke pouring into the northern plains and the Great Lakes region, choking out much of the northeast. Severe storms as well tonight. Heavy rain expected in southeast Michigan overnight. And we've got a bunch of severe weather warnings, all special marine warnings up there in the Great Lakes as these storms move through. And only a stream remains. Minnesota Lake is drained after a valve malfunction. Dead fish, puddles, and weeds are all that's left of Alice Lake after a pipe, which was unable to close, pushed all the water into the St. Croix River. Sad news there. And here is the key message for Tropical Storm Erin. Erin could move close enough to the northern Leeward Islands, Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico over the weekend. Those impacts are still not known, and interest there should continue to monitor the progress of the storm. It looks like it's going to stay north of the region and only rough up the surf. There is even greater uncertainty in what impacts might occur in portions of the Greater Antilles, the Bahamas, the east coast of the U.S., and Bermuda next week. So stay tuned as the models update. We will bring you the latest. And now the full forecast. We've got heavy rain in the southern Appalachians and heat continuing in the west. Monitoring Tropical Storm Erin all week. Heavy to excessive rainfall over the southern Appalachians may bring areas of flooding into Wednesday. Hot temperatures are in place through Wednesday across parts of the western U.S. and New England. Tropical Storm Erin is forecast to become a hurricane by late this week as it moves westward across the central Atlantic Ocean. Monitor forecast for any Puerto Rico or U.S. East Coast impacts. Just come every night over here to the Oppenheimer Ranch Project for the update. That's all you have to do. And a quick look at the GFS model, if we run it through, shows Erin staying far offshore. See it here on the right edge? Yeah. And so these models have been changing daily, so I wouldn't really stick with this model. But here is Wednesday, and you can see some storms moving through the East Coast here. Thursday, more storms on the East Coast. Some isolated systems moving through Minnesota there. Friday, we'll have some storms developing in Mexico and maybe popping up into the Four Corners region here by the weekend. Seismic update. Interesting rumbler up here, 4.4 in the Greenland Sea. We've got activity here in Peru. Who knew? Now you do 5.0. We've got some 5.5 in Tonga. We've got major boomers, 6.3 in Indonesia. There is no tsunami warnings or advisories from that Quaker. And I simply can't shut this down. Overall, low-level activity, Kamchatka still rocking, as well as the volcanoes there, which we're going to get to in just a minute. Frac quakes in White City. What's new? Nothing. Just a bunch of frac quakes. Worldwide volcano news for the 12th of August. Kluchiskoy continues to puff and pass to high levels, 35,000 feet today. Popo to 19,000 feet. Merapi to 15,000 feet. Ibu, volcanic ash was reported. Sangay, no volcanic ash there. Reventador, 15,000 feet. Kluchiskoy to 35,000. Dukono to 7,000 feet. Semadu, puffing and passing. Popo to 21,000. Santaguito to 14,000. Ibu to 7,000. Kluchiskoy, volcanic ash continue. Reventador, 15,000 foot blast there. Kirishima erupted to 6,000 foot today. Ibu to 7,000 foot. And Dukono to 7,000 foot as well. Semadu, volcanic ash reported. Kluchiskoy, volcanic ash emissions continue to 35,000 feet. Kirishima wraps up the list with a 7,000 foot puff. Space weather, flaring is, well, dropping off a cliff into the B range. Not a lot of sunspots, very active. Coronal hole is now leaving. Telemetry, the BZ has shifted south, so maybe we'll get up into geomagnetic instability. Let's take a look at the KP. Not happening right now, but the BZ is shifting south, and plasma speed is now rising well over 600 kilometers per second. So overnight, we might see some aurora in the northern latitudes. And there you can see it glowing right now. And Elon Musk has given us a new offer. Yeah, this is a good one. $65 a month. That's half price of what I pay. I pay $120. You get $65 a month for the first year in select areas and half off the standard kit, which is only a few $100 now. So this is a great deal if you want to get the best high-speed internet in the entire world and get the Starlink. $65 a month, maybe $150 for the kit. It's a no-brainer. And once you own the kit, it's yours. It's not like a rental or anything. Keep it forever and just pay $65 a month. It's that simple. Residential light is only $80 a month, and that's all you need if you just have one person in the household using the internet. The standard $120 a month is if three people, there's 3 channels, so 3 people can be getting the same quality high-speed internet all for $120. So if you don't have multiple users, you don't need the $120 model. You just get the Starlink Lite. And precious metals are popping. We've been telling you for years. About 4.5, 5 years ago, silver hit its all-time low, $13.50. We told you to buy. And why? Well, because you could have quadrupled your money. And you should be doing the same with your 401k. If you've got a small 401k, you should be diversifying your portfolio. Get into precious metals with Goldco, the industry leader, the #1 leader from precious metal IRAs to direct purchases of gold. Go with Goldco. Go to diamondlovesgold.com for your free 2025 gold and silver kit. No obligation, no penalties for switching from a standard IRA to a precious metal one. It's that simple, and that's why we love Goldco. And that's a boom to knowledge. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this with like-minded people. And, well, thank God everyone in Pagosa is safe. We love each and every one of you. And that is a boom.